Good morning students, I welcome you all to the Sheba Group of School online class. I am really very happy to be with you once again. Now we are at the end of this year and we are in the 6th unit. Already we have completed the prose. Now we are in the poem. Unit 6, poem Incident of the French Camp, written by Robert Browning. So something had been happened in the French camp. So French is there's a French Revolution where people were fighting for the freedom and other things. So here we talk about a person, a well-known person called as, the person is Napoleon Bonaparte we talk. So he is a French ruler, he is a hero of French, we used to talk about him. So he talks about the incident which happened in the French camp, which was being under the heading of Napoleon Bonaparte. So Robert Browning. So we are going to see about the poet. Every poem or a lesson you must go through the author of the poem. Then only you will be able to understand the real meaning of the poem, what time it's been written and what is the situation and other things. So keep this in your mind. So let us go into the poem, and the author is given here on page number 191. Before going to the lesson, you have to go through the poem. Go through the poem, read it, and use the glossary words and know the meaning and other thing which will be useful. So Robert Browning, 7th May 1812 and 12th December 1889 was an English poet and playwright. So he is a playwright. So we are going to see about Robert Browning. He was born on 7th May 1812 and he lived till 12th December 1889. So he also is not only a poet, he is also a playwright. He writes some play. Play means drama, whose mystery of his dramatic moral. So his way is entirely different. He talks about a single person. The poem talks about a single person, and as if he himself. Usually drama means there will be plenty, some of the people there in the stage. But here he talks about a single man. That is called as monologue. Made him one of these foremost. So this made him popular. So writing a play, and you should go through this. So Victorian poet. He was born in Camberwell, a suburb of London. So he was born in London, England on 7th May. He was educated mainly at home. So he was being educated at home, but he attended a short course in the Greek at London University. His poems are known for his iconic characterization. He characterizes a person. A character is very important. The personality we say. A person, personality or character is very important. But so whenever he talks about the poem, he talks about a person and also he talks about his characteristics. Dark humor. Yeah, dark humor. Comedy. Many Tamil films have been come like that. Yeah, Kadasi Pakkatha Kaanam Padam. So it's a comedy, but see, it will be like a thing which you cannot understand, but it will be a humorous thing. Then social commentary, historical settings, and challenging vocabulary. So he used the English words which he used. It's a powerful word and a syntax. He developed a unique form of conversational unrhymic verse. So usually poets write rhymic words. They have A-B pattern, something like that. But here he writes as a story, like a thing. The collection dramatic person and the book length epic poem, The Ring of the Book, made him the leading British poet. So he has written a book called as The Ring and the Book. So by 1881, in recognition to his outstanding contribution to literacy in literary, and so he was well-known now. So let us go to the poem. The poem is on page number 190. So you can see a person who is there on a horse. So I had already told you this is about Napoleon Bonaparte. So you know, we French, so what happened? There's a war going on. There in, which place is that? Ratisbon, that is in Austria. So the war is going on in the city. So what happened? Napoleon is standing on a mound, a small height place, and he is watching the war, what is happening there. The war is going on there. So he is in a very much tensed mood. So what happened? He do want to know, will we really win this? Austrian people, they are very powerful, but still we have to fight with them, we have to conquer it. So he was in the tensed mood. So what happened? A mile ago, so where Napoleon is standing, the war is going on there. A mile away, a short distance, he was standing on the top of a hill and he was watching what is going on there in the battlefield. On a little mount, Napoleon stood on a storming day. So the day was very quiet and calm, and it's a windful day. So he was standing on the top of a hill and he was watching. With neck outthrust, you fancy how. So the neck is there, waiting for, looking there eagerly. Is the war there? We are going to win the war. So like that, and fancy how. So, and the legs wide. So he has been standing in a tense mood there. The legs are being wide, arms locked behind. So he has locked his hand at the back and he was walking here and there to know, will we win these people? So he was walking there again. And if to balance the prone bow, oppressive with his mind. So he was got some depression in his mind. So although he had been conquered so many places, so when he came to Austria, he wanted to know, will we really win? So he was in that type of mood and he was waiting for the thing. Just as happened, he mused my plans. So what happened? He was planning, will it really happen, or it will be that so to earth may fall. Let once my army leader. So he has given the army leader Lance. Lance is leading the fight there. The war is under the heading of Lance, and Napoleon is standing on the top of a hill. Waves as wonder wall. So he was waiting for the good news. Will we really win this war? Out twist the batteries, smokes their frail. So that the war field, what happened? All the firing and other things are happening. They were using guns and other things, and what happened? It's a very good firing. We cannot see it properly, what is happening there. So the scene also is like that. So it was full of smoke. At that smoke, inside that smoke, a rider, bound on bound. So a rider who is sitting on the top of a horse, he's been galloping very fast. He wanted to say something. So he didn't move here and there. His sight was at the sight of Napoleon, where he was standing on the mount. So he wanted to say something. So he was galloping and he was coming fast. So full galloping. So the horse is like that. Full galloping means the full speed of the horse. So he was going there, coming there. Nor brides. He did not look here and there. So he was in the intention that he should go and say or meet Napoleon. Drew until he reached the mount. So at last what happened? He reached the mount there where Napoleon was standing. So he went there. Now the mount only, Napoleon is standing with a tensed mood, and the man who went in the horse, he was there with Napoleon. Then off they flung with smiling joy. So the boy, when we met Napoleon, he smiled with joy and happiness. Then that means that he is going to give a good news to Napoleon. So he smiled with joy and heard himself erect. So he made himself erect. He was standing in a very erect form. By just his horse mane, a boy. So on the top of he was not tall. He was really short, and he was standing in the height, underneath the height of the horse. So he was a small boy. So he thought the soldier will be a very well-wised or well-serviced person who has come here. But when Napoleon saw that, he was a small boy. Just now he has been joined into this war, and just now you have joined into the military of Napoleon. So what all the thoughts you would have? So what about the family and other things waiting for? So I have sent my son to the war. So he is going to win, and we are waiting for here for him to come. So he is a boy. You hardly could suspect. So tight. Kept his lips compressed. So what happened? He closed his mouth tightly. He doesn't want it to open, because what happened? The blood will come out. Scarce any blood came through. You look twice ere you say his breast. So what happened? In the breast, in his heart layer, in this, there are 2 holes which is being made out of the gunshots. So he is being wounded very severely. So he is being wounded. So he is a brave man. Usually in the war, you used to say that when you get the bullets or the arrow in the chest, you are a hero. But when you get it at your back, they say that you are a coward person. So, but this boy, young boy, he got 2 things, 2 hurts here, 2 bullets in his breast, and he is coming back to meet Napoleon. Was all but shot into. So there are 2 holes here in the breast. So he was holding his breath, he was holding his life, and he was coming towards Napoleon to say, "Well," cried he, "Emperor, by God's grace." So when he saw that, then only he opened his mouth and said, "Well, Emperor, well, King Napoleon, by the grace of God, with the help of God." So what he says, "We have got you, Ratisband, you are here, but the war, the soldiers have been fighting there in the heading of lands. So what happened? We have won this battle. So Rattlesnake is now ours. You need not worry. So it is in our hands. The marshal is in the market. So the lands is there in the market. To see your flag bird." So usually the flag of French is, there will be an eagle. As if it is, the wings will be open and it will be in the flying position. So when the flag moves, what happened? It will seem as if the eagle is flying. The same way our national flag also, there is an Ashoka Chakra in the center. When you see the flag, what happened? It seems that is, the circle will be as if it is running. So the same way what happened? The French flag, the eagle, it looks like the whole thing is being, the wings are being open and flying, and you will be there unknown. So with victorious you will be there to see the bird flag flung with his fan. So now I only what happened? We have taken the opposition flag down, and we have placed our flag on top. Where I to her desire, to my heart's desire. That is our wish. What will happen? We have to win. So what happened? We have win. Praised him. The chief's eyes flashed. So what happened? Now it is a comparison. The eyes of Napoleon is also like an eagle. So eagle, what will happen? It will be flashing his eyes like that. So he was also, because with pride that we have been won. His plan is being successful. So soared up against like fire. So the eyes of the Napoleon is also like a fire. The same way the boy who came to inform this news to Napoleon, his eyes was also blooded eyes. The chief, so what happened? Suddenly what happened? Napoleon saw this. So his eyes also, what happened? Tears came out. A small boy is going to die, but presently softened itself as sleepless. A film of a mother. So now is again telling, like a mother eagle. So what happened? Every mother, it takes care of its young ones. Nobody can touch. So I have seen, the hen, it will be safeguarding its chicks from any evil. The same way, when he buried eaglet's breath, so the eyes was like that, and his heart was burning. You are wounded. So now only he saw him. The boy, he has been wounded. Oh, you are wounded. You have been hurt. He said, no. This is soldier's pride. So getting a shot or getting a hurt in the breast is the soldier's pride. So I am prideful. I am really happy to die, because I am going to die for the country, and I am the person who is going to die. Touched to be the quick, he said. So quickly he said. So touched to be the quick, he said. So then only he saw him hurt, and he bent down. I am killed. So you need not worry about me, sir. I am being killed. And the chief decides. The chief is standing there. Napoleon standing there, smiling. So looking at the face of Napoleon, the boy who came with the good news, he smiled at the face of Napoleon. And lastly the boy fell. I am killed, sir. And his chief beside. So he was standing near Napoleon. So I am being killed. I am going to die. Smiling. He looked at the face of Napoleon. So Napoleon's face was now bright, hearing the message that he has won at Schießenberg. So what happened? Now he is happy. The happiest mood. What happened? The boy being with the pain, and he knows that he is going to die. But still what happened? At the end of this moment also, he wanted to show his gratitude to the emperor, to the person whom he was working. So he was truthful to his work. What work he has been given. So if he die also, what happened? He is going to give his life, but he has given a good news. So being a small boy, so Napoleon, what happened? So the real hero is not Napoleon here. The hero is the boy who came with the pride from the war field. He came galloping on his horse, and he came to the front of Napoleon, and he gave the good news, and now he is happy. So my dear students, what you have to do is, when you get an opportunity to work anywhere, so you should be truthful to the superiors. Then only you will be blessed. So here also the Napoleon, he has not seen. He has been working under the leadership of Lance, another commander, but still what you want to do? There is no person to go to give this good news to the Napoleon. So what happened? He gave his life, and in spite of that he is going to die. He holded his breath till the good news was given. So my dear students, you also keep this in mind. So always keep your mind good, and don't put all the empty things which is unworthy for our life. So keep your mind free, and be good to your family, good to the society, good to yourself. So the Bible says, love yourself first. Then only you will be loving your family, loving your parents, loving your teachers, loving everyone who is there around you. So keep this in mind, and this is the incident which happened there in the Rajam. Thank you, students, for being with me. God bless you. Go through this poem and be safe at home. Thank you. God bless you.